Natsu and Lucy's relationship has always been a very weird one that's always been based on their trust, their friendship, and also as one for caring for one another. But we haven't actually had that moment yet in the series where they have fully made out, confessed their loves to one another, maybe up until now. See, today's video we are going to be talking about the relationship between Natsu and Lucy and exactly why that this relationship or its advancement is going to be happening drastically in this arc of Fairy Tail. Latest chapter of the manga actually had like Natsu coming out of his E.N.D form and actually Lucy coming right in front of him, holding him, like cherishing him, saying like, oh, you know, you do know how to make me worry, like you don't do this again. And it's just like seeing Natsu just there like cradled in her arms clearly shows me like how much like deep affection Lucy has to this character. There have also been other numerous moments in the manga and in the anime series as well, even with like some of the anime little filler episodes actually showing a little bit more of an attachment to Lucy over Natsu on some characters. Even one of the filler episodes, which was an omake from like one of the chats I believe Hiro did himself, was one where Hiro and like where Natsu and Lucy were nearly going to kiss but got stopped midway because Lucy blushed in embarrassment. And I say this as mainly that the arc that we currently are in right now with the Alvarez Empire arc, that we are now here and we've seen tons of confessions and relationships starting because of this arc. We've had Gray and Juvia, their entire romance that they've been going on for the longest time has finally reached their conclusion, as the two are pretty much a couple now. If anything you don't believe me on that one mainly, then how about Gajeel and Levy, who had the most development in this entire arc? Only times Gajeel and Levy ever had this much advancement in their relationship was during the Tartarus arc, where they actually kissed to get them breathing, alongside with the Tenrojima arc, where they actually had kind of the sweet moment where Gajeel was protecting her. And especially with this arc where like Gajeel finally thought he could be happy and that he could be a family, like he could actually like let go of his sins and actually, you know, be a happy person for once, and confessing to Levy when he was now about to die, but luckily was saved due to the consequences that happened. So it wouldn't be a surprise at the fact that why don't we have more of these things? We've had numerous things with Jalal and Urza, Elfman and Evergreen, and Natsu and Lucy is definitely that one they've been saving for a very low time for a while and just been like kind of like tiny feeding it for our mouths. And I definitely think either near the end of this arc or even building up to it, we are going to see a kiss. We are either going to see a like confession out of one of them, and definitely I feel like out of all of them it's definitely going to be the one, Lucy, that actually confesses to Natsu at the end, because we've clearly seen that like Hiro Mashima does love to do romances in stories. He absolutely just loves and grabs at the chance at any time to do this. You've either seen Rave Master, a bunch of characters in there are like couples or get together or married or have children. Same thing can be even said as well in Fairy Tail, when we've seen a ton of characters already hook up together, and even in one of the light novels that we get to see in one of the futures, like you get to see Gajeel and Levy's kids that come from the future. Like they come back and actually see them. And he's even talking about in interviews before that if they ever had a child that they call like the little girl Nashi. So there's just so much evidence showing that these two characters are gonna be together anyway. But if anything, we've seen like how like the E.N.D transformation like activated, and we generally thought that Lucy was gonna be the one that actually was gonna be the restraint or stop this transformation from going any further, even though it was Urza. So what happens next time? What if Urza is like distracted like what she probably is now going to be now with the Irene fight? What happens if she's like taken away and dealing with that fight? She isn't there to stop that Natsu fight again like that. And the only person that can do it is the person that Natsu cares for the most in this world, and that would definitely be Lucy Heartfilia, with a Happy being a very close second. Happy is like one of his closest friends, but I generally don't think Happy's the one that's going to knock him out next time if that happens. It's generally got to be Lucy. Only Lucy's the one that can actually get her feelings reached through and actually snap Natsu out of that E.N.D transformation. Something that I very much appreciate in this manga especially, even though like a lot of Fairy Tail's problems has to do with a lot of its action, if one thing I like that it does better than most fucking shonen manga in that entire franchise is that there's actually like characters with parents and actual like romance and like actual development, and it isn't just shoehorned into like an epilogue last chapter. Like you get a lot of this, and you get this sense of adventure, you get the sense of how like these characters are bonded throughout numerous of hundreds of chapters. chapters, and that's one of my favorite things about Fairy Tail, is that it just adds that more, add a little bit of specialness to the series. And definitely, if like Natsu will go E.N.D again, it's the fact that if he sees his girl Lucy hurt at all, it's somehow like Acnologia appears, or even Xerath at this point starts making him go even more crazy, because like you know exactly how Xerath is going to be. If Xerath knows that that's the power that can be used to kill him, he will do anything like to actually get rid of that. He will use like Lucy to his advantage. He will try and kill her, do anything that we've seen, and even the stuff that we've hinted from like the Grand Magic games with her, like seeing the like, collapsed tower and everything that we've seen in the series. Whether or not like this series will have a very happy ending or not, well, Hiro has said that he wants to make this a little bit more happier than what Ravemaster's ending was, and I definitely hope to see that, and who knows, we might actually see a child in the near future. I definitely hope we see Nashi. Very curious to see what you guys think in the comment section down below. I kind of want to get an updated version of this video, since I haven't talked about the relationship in a while, especially between Natsu and Lucy, since a lot of the stuff that's been focusing on right now has been E.N.D, but I definitely did want to talk about the relationships, since it's been a very long time since we've even discussed it before on this channel. It's been a few years or so, but I really honestly had a lot of fun doing this one. If Fairy Tail as much as I do, then you know to hit that like, you know to hit that subscribe. That is all from me, so thank you much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys though in the next video.